Captain's Log 03/23/2020. This is day 743 of the COVID-19 outbreak. All that survives now is me and my little child. My wife, she failed during the war of the toilet paper. She will be remembered. You could say she got wiped away. Okay, that was dark. I know that was dark. So, to comfort ourselves, me and my little compadre here, we're going to, yes, I'm talking to you. We're going to do a little geometry review. So, all right, so some things you probably already noticed, because I know you've been doing all your homework, trying the best you can, I'm sure. On your copy here that I gave you, there is a formula reference sheet for every conceivable formula that you'll use. I know, baby. No. All right, so with a lot of these, with the area formula stuff, it really is pretty basic. Now, if you have trouble with one of these particular, just email me and I'll shoot you a video or shoot you a picture of one of them worked out. The one thing I wanted to hit on or bring to your attention, like the area of a sector. If you'll look back here at your formula sheet, right there. That's let me zoom that in a little bit more. So to find the area, it's just whatever your sector degree measure is times power squared divided by 360, and you're there. So one thing I thought may be a little confusing to y'all would have been the let me scroll down here. Composite figure. So I just wanted to kind of give you a breakdown of how to approach these. She had something to want to say. What did you want to say to him, babe? You want to say something to him? No, you will be quiet now. You will be bashful. Okay. All right. So with the composite figures, what I do. So when you have these, the idea is that you're breaking them into figures like to basic rectangles, trapezoids, triangles, circles, whatever. And you're taking those formulas and you're applying them. So with this one, I see a rectangle. That's a rectangle, baby. It has dimensions of 12 centimeters by 23 centimeters. And I have a trapezoid. It's not going to be pretty, but you get the idea. That's going to be 15 centimeters. And since these two sides were joined, that makes that 23 centimeters. Now, this is the whole length of the figure. So if 12 of the 18 was the rectangle, then that means the rest of it's going to be, the height will be 6 centimeters. So to find the area of a rectangle, it's length times width, which is 12 times 23. And sorry, I'm scrolling here real quick. And your area of your trapezoid would be A equals 1/2 the height, which is 6, times 23 plus 15. So those two numbers figured all up, that's going to give you 276. That'll give you 114. So you just add those together. 276 plus 114. 10, 8, 9, 390. So 390 centimeters squared. And you're done. Make sure you don't leave the numbers just ambiguous. Don't just simply say 390, because 390 don't mean a whole lot to me. Make sure you put the unit. If we're talking about area, we're talking about a unit squared. If we're talking about volume, we're talking about a cubic unit. If we're talking about length, we're talking about just a linear unit. So make sure you put centimeters squared, feet squared, to indicate the unit. So with another one here. So this one I have a rectangle. I've got a triangle. Goodness, rectangle, and I have a semicircle. So, sorry, my hand's cramping here. So I have a rectangle, which is 9. So that makes this 9. So that makes up here, your radius is 9, which means that even right here is 9. That's handy because I take 9 off of 26 and I have this length right here. So 26 minus 9, that would be what, 17? Excuse me. 17, yep. I have a semicircle of 9. And I have this triangle that has, so that's going to be 7 off of that 17. So that's going to be 10. This right here is going to be 10 because if this is 17, take 7 off of it, this is going to leave you 10 right here. This is going to be 9 because that's also 9. So, to find the area of these three, for this area, 17 times 9, she's very talkative this morning. Pi times 9 squared. Then A equals 1/2 the base times the height. So 17 times 9 is 153. Hey, Chandler. Chandler. Oh. Gotta go after a child. Da da da. Gotcha. Come here. Okay. Okay, we got 81 pi. Then 1/2 times 90. Okay, so yep. So for the whole figure, it's going to be 153 plus 8 pi plus 45, because half of 90 is 45. So when you add all of that together, you have to use calculate 8 times 3.14. That'll give you 325.23. Round it to the nearest hundredth. That'll be fine. So with all of these composite figures, the idea is break it into something that you that's familiar to you. The best way to learn these is get in there and do them, and just tinker. With the shaded ones, so like with I'll use this just as an example real quick. So you got a square and a circle inside of it. So let me draw a quick sketch of this. Feet. Okay, so that's a beautiful circle there. So with this, if you're wanting to find the area of your shaded region, well, first you got to figure out your area of your circle, which, so the diameter of this thing is going to be 25 feet because it should be. It is on the picture here. And then you got your square, which is 25 feet. So half of 25, 12 and a half, 25 and 25. So to find the area of your square, things not working for me here, is okay, 625 feet squared. Area of your circle, 12.5 squared. So this will give you 490.87. Then you got 6 feet squared. 625. So when you take, so I want to find the area of my shaded region, so I have to take my area. That's the area of the square minus the area of my circle. So normally I want to remove this area from the square, so that would leave you 134.13 feet squared. These type of problems, I always just go back to like with metal work or when I'm building something. If I'm, for instance, with it, an easy example of this is if I was cutting a circular tabletop out. This right here would be what I cut out of a square piece of plywood or joined wood or whatever. This area that I'm taking off is how much is left waste of the wood. You know, I think of it in terms of that. So maybe some of y'all that are kind of minded, have a similar mindset, that might make a little more sense to you. Each one of these is basically like that. The shaded region is the waste, if you will, if you're looking at a project or something. You see that a lot. Consider that a lot, like when you're doing, especially like sheetrock work or something. How much waste will there be? So with these, so what I would work on is everything from basic area formulas, area of a sector, composite figures, shaded region, and work through the homework section as well. If you have a question on any of them that you're just not quite sure about and you need some help with, just shoot me an email and I'll respond as quick as I can and get it out to you. I'll probably my next video, next day or so, will hit on this one. The area of regular polygons tends to be one that's a little bit longer, so you probably expect a longer video on that one. So be happy, be safe, stay healthy, don't catch the COVID. Happy studying.